Here we are, getting ready for this. These two have served. And there's the bell to start the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He just got caught with a big right. And he scores with the counter. And he scores with the counter. That hook just can't find the target. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You just see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this...
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Big shot, and down goes Ali. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's... Well, he's back on his feet, but right now, the corner's got to think about throwing. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Beautiful counter punch. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The big Ukrainian in big trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Usyk. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up.
Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Good job. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. And down goes Alexander Usyk. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So the referee says he can continue, but how much more does he have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Good counter punching. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. The straight right just misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. That counter shot lands. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Punch, counter, pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. And there's the bell to start the round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? It somehow weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. We've never seen Alexander Usyk hurt. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Well, he's on his feet, but there's no way he's going to win this round now.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and when to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Do you believe? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warm. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? What a knockout headshot. Let's watch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you continue?
One round, 2 knockdowns, each by a different fighter.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood. What does that tell you?
That's it, just stop. Yeah, I love that. I love that. That champ's slick. Just stop out. Wait. Just the same again, don't change it. So just keep him on the end of his jab. Getting your timing already.
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him any free shots. Keep smart. You were thinking, you were smart, you were loading up, and you were still landing.
1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused.
Don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Both fighters knocked down in the last round. What do we have in store for us in this one?
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. They got to think like a goldfish. Forget after 10 seconds. They got to be smart.
You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Catch and shoot. They block the hook. There's a counter shot. The right hook misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Perfect counter shot. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good counter punching. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll find a way out. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. It's time for the Muhammad. So much hype. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. You'd like to see more jabs. Good right hook. There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? How are they? The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How I'm not sure.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Oh, no! Ali is down! We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there. It's not over till it's over. And there's the bell to start the round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Just missed with that jab. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That right hook catching air. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. A swing and a miss with the right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a... They ring the bell, and here we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Straight right just misses. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. They both want a knockout, you can tell.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. That counter punch caught him clean. Needs to put some combination work together. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Big They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They got out of the way of that right hook. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. And the big cat goes down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that.
Need to turn this around halfway through. So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here? Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Catch and shoot. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full pound because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. It looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll find a way out. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
What recovery skills they are.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Beautiful counter shot. He misses with that straight left. Greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion. We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far. So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
But for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it's not there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more.
Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Greatest! Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take a... Well, this is a very important break here for this. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He scores with the counter. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. That jab misses. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline.
Usyk. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throws the jab, but does a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. How about that time counter shot? There's a counter shot. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A perfect counter lands. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end. Green Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll... Big shot, and down goes Ali. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion. Gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw. And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That big hook doesn't land. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it. Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once.
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into it. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Do you believe this? The greatest is down on the canvas. And you can see it right here. That... Well, ladies and Dion, the fans are ready. And there's the bell to start the round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight.
The unified heavyweight champion is down. Wow, that seemed to be the punch. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round. Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The big Ukrainian in big trouble. And down goes Alexander Usyk. As we watch it again one more time, apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Nice counter. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that. They ring the bell, and here we go. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And the big cat goes down. Lincoln, you miss a good thing we can watch that all over again. Well, he's back on his feet, but right now, the corner's got to think about throwing in the towel. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. And as you can see here, a picture perfect. Need to turn this around halfway through. So he's up, and the corner has the white towel. Are they? Can you believe this? Alexander Usyk is on the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
You're right, coach. What a shot.
You heard that right. Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. George St. George Groves. This former super middleweight world champion stands 6 foot tall with a reach of 183. And in this corner, it is Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Comes in at 6 foot.